Hey, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of the PSPW podcast. I'm Quote, and I'm joined today by my usual guest, Peef Rimgar.
Hello? I can actually talk now? This
And-
isn't interrupting or anything, Bhris? Is this
Yes.
okay? Is this allowed?
And
Fucker.
Bhris Brown.
Roman Reigns in the room.
And we have a special guest today.
No, how
If
special.
he is willing, we
Pretty
have
special.
a guest today. If he's willing to introduce himself.
Yo, but I'm actually pretty special.
I thought you left or something.
Baloor, baby!
Yeah,
That's that.
Baloor's here.
Yeah.
Your name just
Fuck you.
sucks.
We
Yo,
were
I
getting
didn't say that.
We were getting complaints that our podcast was too sucky, so we needed factor. So Baloor.
You're cutting out real bad, just so you know, if you can try and remedy that.
Shite. All right, hold on. Oh, I see what's going on.
It may fix itself. I'm hoping it does.
Yeah, it's trying to fix itself.
And we'll ignore it for the
Should we
moment.
start over?
Nah, I'll be fine. I'll cut it out.
We're
Great.
All
fine.
right, cool. I just hope the intro was all fine and dandy.
No, the
Everyone
intro was
heard
fine.
That Everyone heard that Baloor's a mark and
Yep.
Bhris is
Wait,
barely
what?
paying attention. Awesome.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm paying attention.
You're an
I have my
injustice. Shut the fuck up.
Let me just.
All right. So, where should we get things started, boys? I'd say before we get into the usual Raw and SmackDown discussion, let's go over this Twitter drama and
Oh, Lord.
trolling from earlier this week. So I don't remember the guy's name. Some random Canadian wrestler.
Fuck was his name?
I don't remember. It's not worth it, clearly, if he's doing that to get attention. So he wrote up a rant basically discussing how indie wrestling has become very formulaic, how every match is just the same, it's just, show off or showcase of moves.
Dive.
Yeah.
Quick interruption.
Sure.
Rip Rogers is his name.
He said that it wasn't him who wrote it.
It wasn't Rip Rogers that wrote it. It was some other young Canadian wrestler. I actually watched it.
Oh, okay.
But the guy had sent it into Rip Rogers because I guess he's been trained by him or something, and he thought, hey, master, why don't you read this and see what you think? Obviously, if you're going to write something that bashes modern indie wrestling, you send it into an old wrestler, of course they're going to approve. But yeah, it was... When looking at it, I couldn't help feel but kind of agree with the guy's notions in one way, but also a little salty wrestler. But I did wanted to get the rest of your guys' thoughts on it, because there are some parts where you could definitely agree. If you remember Vader's comments from Ospreay versus Ricochet, and that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this drama. And then, of course, there was Randy Orton coming in saying, oh, yeah, you indie guys can do this and do that, but I'm going to sit here and do what I usually do, and I'm going to make tons of money because it puts asses in seats. So
I just think it's
I want
funny.
to know what you guys are thinking. Yeah,
It's just
I think it's funny.
funny to watch people get mad over stupid shit over and over
It
again.
really is.
And then getting mad at Randy, not knowing he's a known troll
True.
on Twitter.
I mean, normally I don't agree with what Meltzer says, but I think Meltzer really summed it up perfectly. Of how these indie guys have to do bigger spots so they can get themselves over,
That's a good point.
rather than you have established stars like Orton, who doesn't necessarily have to do those huge spots because he's already over.
You do kind of have to prove yourself now.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how it always has been with the indie scene in comparison to, the WWE and other mainstream stuff. You have to do really cool shit in order to get yourself over. If you're just going to do some WWE style plain wrestling for 8-9 minutes, nobody's going to care. Why should I go to a local show and see that when I can just sit at home and see that same sort of action?
For
Like, I
$9.99.
Yeah, and I don't really care what these main roster guys are doing. Yeah, I would like to, but they're already there. They're already making the big bucks. So I know that in the end, they're just going to do whatever they really want to do and whatever the company feels is best. But that's not the same for these indie guys. These indie guys have to really ramp up their game. They can't just do a bunch of safe crap. That doesn't work. No one wants to see that. So if that means you have to do a bunch of show-offy moves, you got to do some dives, which I'll get to in a sec, do some maybe high-risk maneuvers, I'm okay with that. I do have an issue with some matches that are very formulaic, obviously. And I will say, I hate dives. I'm just going to say that right now.
Like in general, or just like when they're overused?
Honestly, in general, like I like a good plancha. Like I love seeing someone jump over the top and then like take somebody out. That's kind of cool. But like just jumping through like a middle, like jumping through a couple of the ropes and like lightly hitting someone, it looks so bad. It looks so bad.
It's all about how it's about the execution, right? Like guys like Neville can
and it's
do.
about how much it's used. Like for example, the super kick that's being used like every other match.
Yeah, that is like the indie move right now.
Yeah,
and it's to the point where no one cares about it.
It's just like a transition move.
Sasha
pretty much.
Over there trying to kill herself doing suicide dives.
Her fucking scorpion dive, yeah.
I think Loki's response was pretty hilarious.
Loki's fucking weird.
Loki, the person who has the most anger issues, talking about anger issues.
Unfortunately, you're protected in the WWE. Come out to the real world and test your temper tantrum with adults. And then some guy posts a picture of Loki being dragged out of somewhere.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
Not his best call.
I will say though, the one really good thing that this has done overall, it's made better.
This is true.
I'm just looking over like a couple of the most recent retweets. There's one here from Shane Helms where he's saying, "I'm working on a new spot, the diving headlock. Gonna piss everyone off." Then there's one here from, I think it was yesterday, with Drew Gulak holding his no-fly zone and Randy standing next to him posing.
Gulak's gimmick just got so over because of this.
Yeah. Like Gulak's gimmick was already great. Like I was no-fly zone, kind of a mini callback to like Right to Censor sort of thing. But yeah, Randy like sort of supporting this it's just making it hilarious, and it's definitely gonna help with at least like the smarkier crowd. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
We need to get the Bible.
Speaking of Gulak, there 205 Live have a pretty funny episode.
I don't watch that damn show, dude.
What is that? Not a 205 Live. That's the Jobber show.
I did see
talk about that. What happened with that?
Yeah, inform us like right now on
there's
the
a
spot.
backstage segment where Rich Swann was apparently getting a gift, and you can only assume it's from Noam Dar and Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
And basically, Swan said it wasn't his, and he pointed over to Davari. So the guy who's delivering the present there went over to Davari, had it over to Davari. Davari at first was like, "This isn't mine," so he puts it down. Jack Gallagher comes over, picks it up, and then suddenly Davari feels like it's his. He comes back over, and then he tells Jack to get his grubby hands off of his package, which I thought was quite an interesting moment there. He takes the box, opens it, and then just gets a bunch of powder in his face.
Oh my lord. I saw
a pretty interesting backstage segment.
I saw a
think
stream
the
bowl.
Noam Dar Alicia Fox storyline is pretty interesting, not gonna lie.
We're gonna get back to Alicia Fox because I'm fucking flabbergasted still.
The Alicia Fox championship, let's go.
That won a match over Sasha Banks.
GOAT status. Sasha
Fucking
Banks is garbage.
3-time champion. She won a match.
Alicia Fox is a one-time Diva champion. I mean,
when?
she's a vet.
She's not. She never won that belt.
She's the veteran of Raw right now.
Did she win
like
that
of the
belt?
women's division?
She did win the belt.
She won it like way back in the day when she was like green as grass. I don't remember how many times she won it. I don't particularly care.
Fox pinned Maurice to win the championship for the first time.
Yeah.
Fucking Maurice.
You should like go back, like if you ever have a moment and listen and look at Alicia Fox during her first title reign, or only, I don't remember if she's had more than one. Dear God, she was awful. Like, not saying she's great now, like she's now, but like listening to her promos, like, oh man,
she has a good
so
suplex.
bad. Oh yeah,
that Northern Lights suplex is clean.
But it's to the point now where like she's totally aware that that's the only thing. So that's like, it'll be the only pronounced spot in the entire match.
This is true.
Like, with your match with Sasha Banks, like I'm watching it and there's a whole lot of nothing happening, and then a Northern Light suplex. And then, a couple minutes later she wins.
Their match Monday wasn't offensive like I thought it'd be.
No, I mean, they made sure to get her good side, which is essentially getting in the Northern Light suplex and then having Sasha beat you up for a few more minutes before you get the win somehow.
What did she pin off of? I can't even remember.
Alicia Fox, the GOAT.
I think it was just a roll-up. I don't know.
Was it really?
He literally looks like a goat, though.
I mean, Cheese is like, I don't know. She has a better weave job than Sasha does.
Yeah, she's.
Anybody a weave job than Sasha.
You have a good point. Wait, you're not bald. You're Mexican. You can't be bald.
Oh no, Fox hit her with her like weird like axe.
Oh
like,
yeah, the shitty scissor kick that hits the spine.
I'm down with finishers that hit the back, but like
it's a scissors kick.
Yeah, you gotta.
The entire point is to like hit
we
the head.
are not about to disrespect the scissor kick.
We're not. I'm disrespecting the scissors kick to the small of the back.
I'm disrespecting the lack of wherewithal with regards to positioning when it comes to your finisher. With Nia Jax, when she was first doing her leg drop and she wasn't like just sitting there and pinning off of it, like she would just get up and then lay back down and cover. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're a monster. You should just drop your leg down on them and have it be 1, 2, 3. And she started doing that eventually, and then she stopped again.
Maybe it's like, I mean, this is going to kind of sound mean, but maybe it's like kind of suffocating them.
You can do a leg drop without suffocating somebody.
I mean, she got some legs, though.
You can kind of pick up your leg a tiny little bit.
That's true.
So that you're not completely like choking them and still have the cover be a cover. Or you can just have it positioned so your leg, like their neck isn't at your thigh or whatever. You can just have it lined up so their throat is like maybe around your knee or whatever, so there's a bit more room there. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not a wrestler though, so who am I to say?
Yeah. Hey, we're just a bunch of dorks who talk about it.
I'm still in belief that Nia is an unsafe worker.
Well, you're not wrong, but
can we not go there?
You not want to get into that argument for some reason, Bhris?
Let's not get into that argument because I've already put this in a chat like several times.
Well, I mean, somebody else might watch this someday. Might as well keep them updated.
Yeah, you never know. All right, so let's get to the main show discussions. Raw and SmackDown. There are a couple of solid points to bring up for Raw. The Reigns Balor match and a couple other points here and there. So, what did everyone think of Raw this week?
I like the show for the most part.
Yeah, it was all right.
It had low points.
Had some pretty funny moments. That's really what I watch Raw for. For the funny moments.
The Enzo and Cass and Titus segment was probably my favorite thing that's happened all year.
Yeah,
you're taking a selfie of Titus on the ground. Let me just insecure you in the face real quick and turn heel.
He is so good at everything he does athletically. I just wish he was good at anything else.
Yeah,
he's trying to lose a smile.
Referring to Apollo Crews, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I think if Apollo had a character, like somewhat entertaining character, he'd probably have.
He'd probably have what?
A title.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Because
he'd be world champion in a minute.
Incredible amounts of athleticism. Like, it's ridiculous how good he can move his body. he's
In
just not
ring,
entertaining because he's just there.
in
If
ring,
they
he is
don't do a
everything.
storyline
Okay.
about how. Sorry, Peef, go on.
Sorry.
John.
He is everything that Vince wanted Bobby Lashley to be, but somehow a worse promo.
Yeah, I mean that's like a common trend though with WWE nowadays. Is
Yeah.
people are becoming more and more athletic and a lot more talented in the ring, but their character work is just not there. And
That's
I
kind of a
don't
wrestling
know.
problem, I think, not just WWE.
I don't even think he had a character in NXT, did he?
No, he didn't.
He didn't have time to get one.
I personally thought he was called up too early just because he.
Yeah, he
felt
is
that.
called up pretty premature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they don't do a heel storyline with Apollo Crews, how he lost his smile, that's going to be pretty upsetting.
How he lost his smile. If they say that on air, I'll lose my mind. Okay.
So
What else? Oh, the Balor match too on the show.
yeah,
The
before we get to that, I
Okay.
wanted to bring in my frustrations with the IC title.
Okay.
So I get that they wanted to kind of somehow protect both of them because this feud has been done before. But like I was actually enjoying that match. Like I thought it was like building up to be a really good match. And then they did that stupid finish. And
yeah, the finish sucked.
They continue to make Ambrose look like a. So like it didn't really protect anybody. I mean, maybe it protected the Miz because he got the DQ win.
Why would you
But
protect the
just made
Miz?
Ambrose look like a little bitch.
The Miz
why you
loses
protecting
all
him?
the time.
Ambrose just kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah, and like the ref
He
was
was
right
almost
there, and
equal.
then Dean's got that face like, what, huh? Like
He did like
what do you mean? Like,
he did like the Yano pose after too.
yeah, almost.
It was I've said this before. It's not that they're having bad matches. I just don't have the capacity to watch another fucking Miz Dean match.
I don't want to see Miz Dean 50
Yes.
at Extreme Rules.
I don't
That's
either.
just not what I want to see.
It's like the Jericho
Well,
feud
looks
all
like
over
we're
again for me.
Probably
I just-
getting it.
I just don't want to see it. And we're definitely getting it because it's already booked.
Yep.
And the fucking kicker is it's Extreme Rules, and the stipulation is if Dean gets DQ'd, he loses the title.
Yeah, I don't.
That's like the exact opposite of Extreme Rules.
When they said that, I
Yeah,
thought it.
extreme.
But here's my other fear with that: it might be a swerve to get the Ambrose Asylum.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I really hope they don't do that. They wouldn't, right?
Just give Miz the belt. Dean isn't
Yeah.
doing anything with it.
I don't think it's really Dean's fault necessarily. For some reason, when he actually he's very good at chasing a belt. He's a very good babyface when he's chasing a belt. But as soon as he gets it, this isn't even a him problem because Heath Slater had the same problem. As soon as a babyface gets the belt in this company, they just go, "Oh, well, I don't know what to do."
It's like in those movies where the hero struggles way through to, and then at the very end of the movie, book or whatever, he achieves that success, and then that's it. I feel like WWE has that same mindset when it comes to, writing these storylines. They know how to get to the end of that movie, but they don't know how to continue the movie after the end. So
Yeah,
they just assume that everybody stops watching and everyone's gone home happy, don't care what happened. Because it's like, no, that's not the case. Like, there's stuff that comes afterwards. Like, you have to display the character's struggle with being at the top, which modern movies are pretty good at doing. Like, we as human beings, we know how to write a story past the climax because we understand how to write a story.
I feel like they're just like over paranoid about guys getting heat on them now with the whole advent of Cena and Roman and their crowd situations. I feel like they're too obsessed over avoiding that now. So as soon as the guy gets to the top, they're like, "Oh, well, if he's good forever, then people are gonna turn on him."
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, WWE can't book a babyface that's not a underdog unless your name is John Cena.
Exactly.
They really can't.
And even then, they try.
The only way they know how to book him is, well,
The prime example
watch
of
him
that.
become an underdog again.
Jesus
Hello?
Christ.
That's
I
not
know
hate.
they try to have Roman look all strong, and he's going back to this wimpish underdog character, the overcome the odds, and then strong again, underdog, strong again, and then just keeps repeating.
There's no way Roman Reigns could be an underdog at this point. You beat the fucking Undertaker at WrestleMania. It's your
True.
fucking yard. I don't know. You're not giving me the he's still an underdog story. No.
Nobody believes it.
No.
Like,
Nobody's believed it for like 3 years.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
they're putting him
we
with
could-
Braun.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Very
Braun
true.
segments were hilarious, but
I don't.
Braun Strowman's the GOAT. That's why.
He never really looked underdog necessarily.
Roman's not an underdog.
If anything, Braun Strowman's the fucking underdog. Fucking Roman beat him clean at what was that pay-per-view before Mania?
Fastlane.
There you go. Clean. How is he not the underdog?
He got his win back.
Yeah, and then he was supposed to get his win back on Extreme Rules again.
Yep. And then his elbow exploded. Let's all pour one out for Braun real quick.
Yeah.
Damn. I really wanted that match.
Can anyone else believe that we're actually in 20 getting a Ken?
Wait, what? A kendo stick on a pole match? Yeah, that's rough.
A kendo stick on a fucking pole.
I like how
Why?
that kendo stick was the same size as Alexa's body.
Can we not?
Yeah, I thought she might fall over when she picked.
Can we not slander Alexa Bliss?
We have
Thanks.
to.
No, we're not slamming no Alexa. We're just saying how funny it was that it was the same size.
Listen.
Yeah, she is a tiny person.
If anyone needs to be bashed, it's Bailey after that terrible promo where she stuttered every other word.
Bailey is shit.
Which one? You
So
mean
bad.
all of her promos?
Yeah, Bailey's just shit.
She has not had a good time in the main roster.
They're like
It's-
exposing her so bad. It's not even funny.
It's borderline sad.
I mean, I was
I think-
never a big fan of Bailey.
I think we discussed this last week, but I think we agreed that whoever was producing and like directing her matches in NXT, like they're actually a god.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, it's not. Her matches are great. Like, her match with Alexa was good at the pay-per-view. And I think Alexa's a drizzling bag of shit in the ring. So that's a compliment to her. So,
Sir,
My trigger.
shut up, Bhris. Anyways,
I'm gonna play the TC. I'm gonna fucking just drop kick the shit out of you just to go home. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna idly stand by here and take
Listen.
this slander.
let me get to my point. My point is her in-ring skills have never been questioned, so her matches are fine. But she just can't cut a promo, and NXT protected her from that.
Kind of.
Like, fucking Asuka's the champ down there, and she literally cannot physically cut a promo.
Well, she can cut a promo. It's just not. It's like the Shinsuke thing. You're not gonna understand.
You are not
Exactly.
ready for Asuka.
That's not a promo. That's just expletives.
Just
So,
yeah.
to be honest,
spouting
Asuka doesn't need a promo. She just goes there, kicks some ass, leaves.
Oh yeah, she doesn't, but like Bailey does.
Is that the thing with Bailey? Is they're trying to portray her as like a naive child, and like it's not working.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, part of the reason why it's not, I don't know, she's 27 years old.
Yeah.
Like, she's a grown woman. When they treat her like a child, and I don't buy it because she's older than I am. Like, I can't buy that.
I'm just glad Byron left Raw, so I don't have to hear him yell about Bailey anymore.
the way we
okay.
got two men. Shut up. I can't
Okay.
stand Byron.
So, the last thing I wanted to talk about in terms of Raw, because everything else is kind of whatever. Like, Rollins Bray was boring.
The
Oh
match is
yeah, our
okay.
Goldust turning heel on R-Truth, that was kind of wacky.
That
That's funny.
I don't
It
think
was
it's not gonna lead to anything, so why
I
do
don't
it?
really. They probably just.
I don't know. There was like
I don't think it's going to lead to anything. I think they were just done with the tag.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, there's no build up. It was just pretty random. It's clear that they had nothing for him at that point.
Yeah,
Well, they were teasing him.
realistically.
They were teasing a match with the Hardys. I also would kind of been down for that.
Yeah, I would have been fine. They could have put on like a nice little old school style match. That would have been. But
Take me back to 1999 or whatever. R-Truth wrestled for the company for like 10 minutes.
nothing. I don't think anything's gonna. Maybe they'll have a match like Extreme Rules or some crap. I don't know.
Watch Goldust get a monster push.
They might give him a minor singles push. Maybe not necessarily give him a title, but build him up as like a lower mid card. I don't know.
Goldust versus Brock. Book it.
Okay, so so like I said, the last thing I wanted to mention about Raw was the Reigns Balor match because I fucking love this match.
Great match.
I actually guess that's probably like, other than that triple threat that they had, like in terms of singles matches, this I think was one of the best this year.
Best TV matches or.
Yeah, in terms of TV matches, I'd say this is probably either the best or one of the best singles, like TV singles matches I've seen this year. It was really, really entertaining.
Triple threat on SmackDown not too long ago was pretty good.
That's not a singles match, so idiot.
Yeah. Also, the triple threat on Raw from a few weeks ago. But Balor and Reigns have amazing chemistry, and they really do bring out the best in each other. Like.
Reigns has good chemistry with a lot of people. It's just he's booked really badly with it.
Yeah.
Like, he has great chemistry with AJ and Seth.
Bhris, turn fucking Xbox down, dude. Come on.
Sir?
I think the thing that I really enjoyed about the match was that they were kind of doing stuff, and Balor in particular, kind of doing stuff that you usually don't. Like, the main complaint of Balor is that he is just kickman. Like, he is Irish kickman, and people have been kind of getting bored by that. Because he just, he kicks you a few times, he goes for a sling blade, he'll then drop kick you into the corner. That's the end of the match. But he was doing some different stuff this time. Like, he was actually getting in some... He was hitting like the Roman's like wrapped up parts too, which is really nice. Like his ribs. I thought that was a very smart choice.
He worked the shoulder really well when Roman murdered the post, and then he went outside, did the penalty kick, and then did the, I guess just the double stomp off the apron, like his old school finisher kind of deal. Yeah. Like, I really liked that spot. That was good.
My only gripe with that match was the ending. Like, it should have been a dirty finish. They both need to be protected.
I get it to an extent. True. Here's the thing, though. They still have Finn protected because as soon as he comes as a demon, he's protected again. It does not matter. He can lose 50 times as shitty little Irish Finn, come out as a demon at whatever the pay-per-view is, Extreme Rules, and then he's over again.
Well, still on topic of Raw, what do you guys think of the 5-way match coming up?
Give me Samoa Joe versus Brock, please. Even though it's not going to happen. They're going to give us Finn, or they're going to give us Seth.
Yep.
It's most likely going to be Finn or Seth.
I think. Well, we'll get to predictions in a little. I think the idea of a 5-way clusterfuck probably going to be decent if it is going to be Extreme. I think it'll be kind of reminiscent of that Survivor Series match where it just went on for ages and everyone was getting in a bunch of crazy spots.
Oh yeah, and I'm down for that.
The Raw versus SmackDown one. I had liked that match. Like, I didn't love it, but I liked a lot of the cool spots. I
loved that fucking match, dude. Are you kidding me?
I wasn't a huge fan of it just because of the fact that it went on forever.
Yeah, fair enough. It was like, they gave that match 50 minutes, I think.
And yeah, they did, like 45, 50 minutes. And they were just like entire... I'm like, well, okay.
And Shane also died in that match, so...
He did.
Died to death.
The Shane Roman spot was ridiculous.
Roman also almost killed himself, but luckily regained consciousness shortly after.
I don't know how Shane can do some of this shit, dude.
Listen, Shane always dies for our sins. It's his gimmick.
But like, Jesus Christ, dude.
His gimmick is that he's Jesus. He just dies and he
I
just,
thought he
he
reversed
just
that spear
resurrects
into a
3 days
DDT
later.
for a second.
Yeah, I did too, and I was like, oh no, they just really fucked up.
Yeah, they just really killed Shane.
I mean, Roman was knocked loopy too, dude. They both died for a minute. Because he
Yeah,
spiked
they were
right
both
on top of
knocked.
his head.
But the main thing is, the big dog still came up and overcame the odds.
Can we not? Can we not?
Well, he
Thank
didn't
you.
though. He lost. He lost that match.
Yo, I'm gonna make Kenny upset. Let's continue.
Stop. Cutting that out.
Oh my god. So
Um,
SmackDown this week.
I
What the hell is going on with SmackDown?
I want to point out I missed the first half hour, so I didn't see
You
the
didn't
Ginger
miss
AJ
it,
match.
Same. I was
All you missed was Jinder beating AJ.
I was at my senior awards. Ginger, what?
Jinder beat AJ.
Ginger beat AJ.
Okay,
Not clean though. Don't worry, it wasn't clean.
I would hope so.
But the match got forever.
They gave
let
him
me
like
see.
20 minutes. I
Was
think.
it good?
It wasn't. I don't want to say it was good, because Jinder is boring as all hell. But it is AJ, so you're at least gonna get like an okay match.
Did Ginger
was
look
just-
like he knew what he was doing at least?
They made
Yeah.
Jinder look strong.
Okay.
Yeah, Jinder actually got in some cool spots. Like when he got that like running knee on AJ, like that looked really cool.
He does have some good strikes. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
They may be a little dangerous, as Finn will point out to you, but I mean they look good when they're executed well.
Yeah, the match definitely had some strong spots to it, but the finish was the Bollywood Boys distracting, no, it was Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens had the belt.
Bollywood Boys distracted the ref. Kevin Owens came from the commentary table, hit AJ on the knee with the belt, and then
Wait, on the knee?
yeah,
yeah,
Why the knee?
That's pretty random.
yeah, he hit him in the knee so that AJ toppled.
Oh, so he was going for his he's going for his move.
Yeah, he was going for the
Arm.
and
Okay.
yeah, and then he got hit in the back of the knee, fell over, and then Jinder picked him
All right,
up.
that
and-
makes a bit more sense now.
yeah.
yeah.
Did you just think he
Like-
murdered his knee for no reason?
The
You know,
problem,
what's been the saving grace of SmackDown the past week? Breezango.
yep, absolutely Breezango. Because like with the Jinder match, like I said, it was fine. There wasn't really anything wrong with it. It's just that nobody cares once Jinder's in control of the match.
Nah,
It's
shut
just-
up. Come on, you have to give Jinder the credit up. He gets some sort of visceral reaction from a crowd.
The Maharaja himself.
Yeah,
Kind of, sort of.
He
I
gets
think-
Muhammad Hassan heat.
And
I
that's
think
he.
no, he does not get those levels of heat.
For this time, I think he gets that kind of heat.
Considering the push
Maybe-
he's gotten versus the push Muhammad Hassan gotten, he is basically on that level. Because he came from nothing, got a little tiny push, and people already hate him like a lot.
He's doing good at his promos. His wrestling is improved drastically. He's
Yeah,
His-
this gender push
He has
is
improved in the
honestly,
ring.
it's been a success, but not like a he should be world champ Sunday success. Just like a okay,
It's a
Jinder
slight
Mahal.
Push him up to at least upper mid card.
Exactly.
You know what he can do. You know he can talk. Give him a run with the U.S. title.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is something that I discussed on the first podcast, where I said that regardless of what happens in this, regardless of what happens in this, Jinder is going to be made essentially, and I believe that the whole reason why they're doing this, obviously, there's the India expansion stuff, but it's also just to build up another reputable wrestler. And regardless of whether Jinder wins or loses, going to be another like mid-card hand that they can use. They can have him either win like the US title at some point, or have him compete for it, or just always be in that sort of loop. Like he'll always be like a bit of a threat, which is good. You want more credible people on your roster.
Before this, he was just kind of a warm body who could take pins, but now they've given him this little push. Now they've got a guy. And if all their other options are gone, they can go, okay, Jinder Mahal's here. He's a guy. He's got heat. He had a push. There you go. He's the better than nothing right now that they need.
Absolutely.
And that's not a knock to
Now-
him, and that's not a knock to the show, really. It's just kind of the position they've been put in, and they're making it work to a surprising degree.
They are.
So I'm looking at this recap website right here, and this line really stands out to me. James Ellsworth grabs a mic and told Becky Lynch and Charlotte they would never get with him.
I must have missed that.
It
That's
was.
That was
It was-
crazy.
It was
very
bad. It was really.
The contract signing, yeah, that was a
Yeah,
bad
like-
segment.
I'm gonna get to that in a second because I do. With Breezango, holy crap! I am enjoying their segments.
Wait, oh, the fashion files.
Yeah, like it's really cute and enjoyable. Like I'm not necessarily, mentioning like gut busting laughter by any means, but
Yeah.
like they're really cute and they're just really enjoyable to watch. Like the way they're written, like it's really cheeky, and just their interactions, like you actually kind of want to see, even though they probably won't, because the Usos are absolutely on fire right now.
I want to talk about
Yeah,
the
the
Usos,
Usos have been
too.
doing great
Yeah.
as well.
Their promos
Like,
have
they're-
just been insane, and not even like good insane, really. Just kind of, what the fuck did I just listen to?
I think they're a good insane.
Somebody
like,
said
when
this
I-
on Reddit. I saw this and I was like, yeah, that's basically it. They said, I don't know what the fuck they just said, but they said it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
their
Last week,
12
Day
their 12
one
days
inch.
promo.
yeah, the 12 days
12 days
promo.
from it.
Like,
That was great.
I'm gonna kick your ass in 12 days.
Kiss each other's backs. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I love how this is just another case of a really dumb gimmick getting over with the fashion police.
I don't know if I'd say it's really getting over, because I feel like we have a skewed
I
view
mean,
of
they're
it.
making it work really well.
They're not getting a reaction, though, if we're being blunt.
They're getting kind of a reaction.
I
Like,
mean-
the segments themselves are getting reactions with, like, if you remember. Well, I know we're not supposed to bring this up anymore, but the reaction from the House of Horrors match, like
Yeah.
the pre-tape segment. Yeah, I know I'm breaking a rule here, but like you remember the reaction from the pre-tape segment.
Yeah, they're
it
booing
was
the hell out of the place.
horrendous boos. But when you hear the reaction from Fashion Files segments, there's some decent cheers. Like people are like, "Hey, like we're actually kind of liking this," and that's the sort of thing they want. Like they're not going to get like roaring cheers like when AJ first appeared or when he first won his championship or anything. But they're approving. The crowds are liking this, so they don't have a reason to stop right now.
That's fair. I mean, it's a
It's
nice little
fresh.
filler push until Kofi's legs healed, basically. It's doing its job.
Yeah.
it's something fresh. That's why the crowd likes it. It's something
true.
new. We don't get the same bullshit. We don't see American Alpha and the Usos 100. It's refreshing, at least.
That's very true. Even though American
can't say
Alpha
much for the
might be
match.
another filler feud.
I can't say much for the match itself that they had, but I will say like overall I am enjoying what WWE is doing with them.
Did you see him do the deal quote?
He did the deal. It looked
No-
a little sloppy this week. but
Nobody kicks out of the
he did
Falcon Arrow.
deal. No one kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
Benny
know
Scott
that-
was
I
having
know
the
that
time of his fucking life
yeah,
watching the
somewhere.
SmackDown shows.
Somewhere in Reseda or wherever he.
I don't think he just lives at the fucking PWG place.
Yeah, he just lives in the venue. Like I'm pretty sure like that random like high school gym or something like that. I don't know, but
No, they got a real
Probably
venue.
just
I don't remember what it's called, but they have a real venue.
I don't remember. I don't go to Reseda.
No, neither do I. I'm in Tennessee and you're
I
in
do
Thailand.
want
Of
to
course, you're gonna go to fucking Reseda.
I'll make it there someday though.
So,
Someday.
they better not close.
So, oh yeah. So let's see what else happened. So
Oh,
the
wait.
Welcoming committee.
I don't want to talk about
Carmella
that.
pinned the women's champion.
Here's the thing.
was
Can we just
just
like
so
ignore the
bad.
whole welcoming committee shit?
I said
just move
everything.
on.
I think I said everything I want to say about this last week because it's bad. It's not good. It's a waste of every woman's time that's in it. There's no point to it. Put the belt on Charlotte. Give me something good.
You know this feud's not ending at Backlash.
I know it's not. I know it's not, and that's why I'm fucking mad.
Because the faces.
I think they
have to
really
win.
dropped the ball instantly when they made Natalia the leader of their little stable.
Yeah.
They should have just made Ellsworth the leader. Like just. Like I
So
don't want
thought
to see him, but
Should have been the leader.
I don't want to see any of them. They're all bad.
Yeah, that division is shit.
They
aside from
seriously, they
Charlotte.
took the whole thing is literally just 3 good women's wrestlers. Naomi debatable. 3 good women's wrestlers versus 3 really shitty ones. Well, okay, I'll defend Natalia just a little bit because she's an okay wrestler and had okay matches with Charlotte. But holy shit, if I never saw her again, I wouldn't miss her.
Yeah, that farting gimmick.
I really don't mind
The
Carmella.
farting gimmick.
I mean, I don't mind Carmella either, but she's not a good wrestler.
Nah, she's pretty bad. And her promos, they're fine. I feel like people overrate women's promos right now in WWE. Like, I wouldn't say any of
think
them
do
are.
they?
Yes, vastly. Because there are people who call Alexa one of the best mic workers in the company.
God,
her mic work is good though.
But it's
It
not
is.
best in the company level. She's probably the best
It's not the
woman.
best in the company, but it's one of the best in the company for
Yeah,
sure.
she's
Especially
got-
as a woman. You have people
she's-
like Bailey who can't
she's-
talk for shit.
JetBlue.com.
It's comparative. What? Okay. It's comparative bias, though, because, like, you're comparing Alexa to Sasha and Bailey, who couldn't talk their way out of a damn.
Alexa's closest competition for sure is Charlotte.
Yes. I would say Charlotte's better, personally, but that's a heavily argued topic anytime I bring it up. Because Charlotte, even she has her moments with the promos because she just kind of randomly inflects her voice, gets really loud for no reason, then stops.
I'm Ric Flair's daughter.
Good point.
I'm Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah, it's annoying. That thing is shit. Oh my Jesus.
That was so
I really don't like how Charlotte puts emphasis on a lot of the end of her sentences.
Yeah. Like I said, she's not perfect either, but it's comparatively to the other women, she's better.
She's the best talker in SmackDown. I give her that.
SmackDown women or SmackDown period?
I don't know. Alexa just sounds
Okay.
really natural coming off the mic. Like, it may not be the best at promos, but she's just really fluent.
She's got her character down, I'll give her that.
Like, a lot of this stuff with Alexa is just her making fun of Bailey about how she acts real childish.
Yeah.
And
It's
And
weird.
is it not true though?
It's true, but it's not good.
it is true, but it's like, fuck, you haven't kissed the boy.
That one.
That was probably one of the dumbest lines I've heard it come out of anyone's mouth in the past year.
That one I cannot defend at all.
You
Yeah,
can't. It's bad.
That was bad. I cringed when I heard that myself.
It gave us some good
So-
joke opportunity, though.
It did. So I don't think I have to ask this question, but I'm going to. Which show did you guys honestly think was better this week?
Raw by a mile.
Yeah, I actually really. The IC title match was good. The finish was kind of crappy, but the match itself was good. Balor Reigns was great, and there were some other like segments throughout that made it like an overall like enjoyable show. Not going to say it was a great show, but it was a lot better than SmackDown.
It was
I
a
don't know
solid
what the
little.
hell.
It was a solid little TV show. I just realized the SmackDown was the
Yes.
go home show. That was the fucking
It
go home
was.
show of the pay per view. What the fuck?
Yep.
That sucked.
And if there's anything that I've learned about WWE 5 years, it's that they lower the quality. I
That's
think it might be a business decision. I don't know, but their go home shows are always really, really bad.
Keep your expectations real low for the pay per view, kids.
The only
Exactly.
feud, like on SmackDown, that was furthered by, at all was KO and AJ.
Now the gender feud was further. They're making Jinder
Yeah,
look
Jinder-
really strong.
Jinder came in and messed up Orton at the end of the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
really? I didn't
Yeah.
see that because
For
I
real?
Yeah, Jinder
turns-
stood tall at the end of the show.
the
Yeah, I
push they're
turned
giving
SmackDown
gender.
off midway through the welcoming committee shit.
Fair enough. They're doing a really good job with this gender push, even though it's kind of generic old heel carny shit. It's still good. They're still doing it well for what it is.
I
Yeah,
think
he
Randy
comes off
himself said it
as a
best.
monster heel, which is surprisingly good
Yeah.
because he's been a jobber for years.
It's a shocking transformation they've made with him. Same with his actual body, I guess. Dude's lore. Have you guys seen? That reminds me. That reminds me. Have you guys seen Darren Young?
He's injured, isn't he?
He
Yeah,
took
he's injured.
no days off. Holy shit. This is a large man.
Yeah, he has no days off, Darren Young.
Yes,
This man works.
he's been hitting the gym a bit, and he is now gendered. That's all I'll put it.
It kind of reminds me when Zack Ryder did the same thing.
Yeah, Zack
He
Ryder.
just like he came back one day and he got like a bit of a better haircut. He was tanned and he was ripped. I was just like, whoa, Zach, like you look, oh Zach, you look great. What have you been doing? Like,
Why didn't you look like this in
Vince,
2011?
Is that you?
oh.
I wouldn't have had
I've-
Kane push her off that stage.
So are we gonna say that Darren Young's been juicing too, or
I don't think gender's been juicing. People are stupid. Sorry, but you're
Yeah, no
stupid. You don't understand fucking performance enhancing drugs. There's a difference between fucking classical Benoit steroids, for lack of a better comparison, and what these people are using. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if they were in the UFC, they would not pass the USADA test. That's because those tests are made to uphold the integrity of the sport. Wrestling's fake.
yeah?
It's not real. It's
Oh, banned.
shut up. The WWE Wellness Policy is made to fucking keep guys safe, and that's it. That's why they only fine for weed now and shit. It's only for the sake of safety. They don't have to tell people, okay, stop. It's not fair if you're bigger than that guy, because it's fake. Stop getting mad
That's
over it.
true.
It's not worth getting mad over because obviously what they're doing is safe.
Very true. I still don't entirely know if people actually roiding up or like taking any sort of growth hormones or anything. I feel like in some cases you can look at a guy and be like, oh yeah, he's totally on the juice, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In some of these cases, I feel like it could just honestly be, a lot of hard work, because some of these guys really don't come across as people that would do that sort of thing. Now,
I mean,
I don't know these people personally, so I can't say that with 100% confidence. But Darren Young doesn't really come across as a guy that would do that. I don't know.
I mean, maybe you just. I mean, that's kind of like taking a day off, isn't it? So he can't take any days off. Why? What?
Yo, Bhris,
Why?
get off Snapchat.
I'm
You
not on
suck.
Snapchat. It was my ESPN app.
Yeah, that was that was the report from ESPN.
Fucking shitty
Jesus.
ESPN.
So before
oh, go ahead.
before we get into like predictions and stuff for Takeover and Backlash, I just want to bring up a couple of news points.
Ooh.
Shelly
Is this what I've been waiting
Martinez
for?
has announced her retirement from wrestling.
Oh,
Big news, everybody!
Time ago.
Wow.
to be fair, didn't this report come out like a long time ago and it ended up being fake?
No, it just happened now. I saw it already.
No, she put up a YouTube video a couple of days ago
Oh,
announcing her
shit, okay.
retirement.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, hope your vag is doing better.
Yeah. It probably still hurts. Let's see.
Here, before you-
Cena's
Go ahead.
he is scheduled to be at the July 4th SmackDown taping in Phoenix, Arizona.
Really? Well, I guess that makes sense because
and-
Merca.
Yeah.
America, fuck you.
And yeah, Merca. And then there's a bit of an update concerning Hanma and Shibata. Let's
Oh, are they
see
alive?
here. So
Not to put
Hanma has
that
been
bluntly,
moved. They are both alive. Hanma's been moved to a rehab hospital in Osaka, where he's undergoing muscle training along with some like running exercises. He still doesn't have a time frame for discharge as of yet. And for Shibata, he had his surgery and all that, as we know. He's currently in the general ward of, I think, the same hospital. He's been walking and talking, but they're not sure how he's really doing overall right now.
There's no
so
way he's wrestling again.
The
Like, let's
thick-headed
make that
bastard is
very
gonna
blunt.
try though. You can't tell
He's
him
gonna
he's not gonna
try,
try.
and he's just gonna like fucking stop.
Some shady Japan indie will book him. As much as it sucks to say.
G1 is going to be having a press conference, I guess maybe today for me, technically. They're going to be talking, it's going to be held, let's see, May 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern on the New Japan English page. So this is actually going to lead into the next discussion topic before we get into predictions. And that's with the New Japan US title. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on that because I was really intrigued when they announced that.
Cool idea. Worst looking belt ever.
I really
Yeah.
don't like the red scheme on belts. I really
Drizzling
don't.
dog shit.
It's
Not good.
It's a very old school looking belt. I will say that. That's probably the one thing that I like about it. It's got a bit of an old school feel to it, but that doesn't work. We booed the Universal Championship. Why would?
Because it's for pure
It's
Irisu.
Japan. It's
It's Japan. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Rainbow
I
belts,
just-
bro.
To be fair, I think I really thought booing the fucking Universal belt was stupid too. I wouldn't boo a belt, but like
Oh, well, I totally agree with that. But
it just
It was
it's not
ugly.
great.
Face it. It was ugly as fuck.
I mean, it wasn't good, but like, why boo a belt? It's a belt.
I mean, I feel like it was fair for them to boo it at first because they're expecting a lot more, like that sick eagle design that came out.
Well, they knew it wasn't gonna be like that. I fully expected it to be just like the WWE belt with a red background on like the inner parts, not the whole fucking belt red. Albeit,
no, because that's what they had to do for their women's title, bro.
that's true. Well, but that has a white strap,
So
so make the
they can't.
men's
pe-
have black.
people are
straps.
gonna get confused, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what happens when
Is this
all
the
of your
WWE
titles.
still?
I mean, that's what happens when all of your titles, your like kind of cool ones, look exactly the fucking same.
To be fair, I can't blame them because those belts look fucking good. I love the new belt.
The UK title.
UK belt's
Yeah,
great, and it's
UK
just a
title.
slight adaptation of it. It's a great belt if you just use it right. And the Universal belt, they don't quite do that.
So
Universal.
who wins this belt?
The US belt?
Yeah.
That's
probably Elgin.
something I have no idea about.
Well, they're going to be doing a single July 1st, and I believe the only confirmed participant so far is Jay Lethal, but
Jay Lethal?
I imagine, yeah,
That's
I mean,
interesting.
I guess he's
I would
better.
not be against him winning it, but
I
they'll
don't
probably
think
confirm
so.
all the participants over the press conference.
It's gonna be a guy they have under contract. Like they're probably not gonna do one of the ROH guys they have on excursion. They're not gonna do Jay Lethal or something. Maybe Cody or maybe Elgin.
I could see
winning it.
them putting it on Cody.
Yeah, I kind of wish I wouldn't, but I can't blame him.
Cody's
Oh, I
being pushed
understand.
hardcore, so I mean,
I mean, he's not getting like
I wouldn't put them
hardcore
against-
push. He hasn't really beaten anyone. He's beaten Juice
just
and
on the
Dave Finlay.
indies in general, he's been booked everywhere
yeah.
and pushed and pushed.
Well, yeah, because he wrestled for WWE. That's kind of a foot in the door anywhere.
Yo,
I've just never seen someone like get that over on the indie scene with everyone else because there's like these small guys, right, that come out of WWE and not booked anywhere that much.
I don't think. I don't know.
I feel
I
like
don't think they're gonna put it on him immediately, but
I
I'd
feel
love
like
to
it's
see
Elgin.
Juice have the title someday.
maybe Juice. I didn't think about
CJ
Juice.
Parker.
Juice would make sense with the push they just gave him.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll have him win it at the tournament. I think he'll probably be.
He'll
I
be
think
what?
that would make a lot of sense. I think he'll be in the tournament. Like it
Yeah.
makes a lot in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he'll win it. I could see them putting it on Cody though.
Watch like Yuji Nagata win it.
Oh dear God.
Um,
The worst thing that they could possibly do is
Wait, what's the worst thing they could do?
have the inaugural champ be Japanese.
No, there's
Just
worse things they
fuck
could do.
America.
They can make them Chinese.
I don't care. I don't care if a Japanese wrestler wins the title at some point. That's fine with me, but like I feel like the inaugural championship.
Yeah, them being American would make sense for the U.S. championship, but
So they can, actually defend the title a lot.
at the same time, when was the last American U.S. champion in WWE?
Who
Well,
was
John?
Yeah, John.
Was it really John Cena? Yeah, because Del Rio won it, then Kalisto won it, then Rusev
I
won
mean,
it.
you could count Jericho because Jericho.
And I guess Roman, but he's Samoan. I don't know how that works with lineage-wise.
He's American.
He's from Florida, I guess. He counts.
I mean, he's American Samoan. I know that for sure.
That's true.
So
I guess Roman.
If you don't want to count Jericho because Canadian, even though he was born in the U.S. If you don't want to count Roman Reigns because you're salty, then the last pure U.S. champion would have been Kalisto.
That's
No, Kalisto's Mexican.
Well, Kalisto's
Oh,
actually from
God.
Chicago.
It doesn't matter. He's born in Chicago.
He's still Mexican.
What was that noise you made when you were protesting? What the fuck was that, dude?
He's Mexican. No, it
In
was
Fine.
kayfabe, at least. He's from
Fine,
fucking Mexico
Then it
City.
was Cena. If you don't want to count Jericho, if you don't want to count Reigns, if you don't want to count,
I mean,
Yes,
I'd
it was
probably
Cena.
count Reigns. I think Reigns is.
I would have 100% count Reigns.
Reigns does
I
count,
mean,
yeah, so I'm
not
just being an
saying
asshole.
that Reigns doesn't count. You guys said Reigns doesn't count.
Nah, I said it, but
I
I'm
didn't
also
say
a douche.
Reigns doesn't count.
It was
Reigns
me, it
counts.
was me. Shut the fuck up, it was me.
Pensacola, fucking Florida. Does that not count?
And Pensacola, Florida is like the whitest of the whites.
Is it really?
It really is. I mean, Sarasota's pretty white too.
So, yeah, Roman counts.
Okay. Well, we're still on the subject of WWE. I want to kind of derail the whole thing here, and I want to bring up Eric Rowan.
Ooh,
What?
that Talking
what
Smack
the
segment was actually. I
fuck?
really found that entertaining.
I did
And they're giving
too.
him a character.
I feel like they just
I
wanted
wanna
to kind of
see
test
something
it.
That makes me laugh.
They've been testing on house shows. That's why when he fought Harper last week, I was kind of surprised that he didn't come out with it. I'm glad they're bringing it in now and testing on the main roster kind of, or the shows kind of deal. Holy shit,
'Cause I
this was
think
amazing.
Talking Smack is more laid back. Like, they let them do what they want. So I'm guessing they're like,
They're probably very aware
they're
that
putting it-
only a minute population is really gonna watch it and care about it, and they can kind of test stuff on those people without them freaking the fuck out and being weirded out.
yeah.
So they go
Can
for
we
it.
also admire Shane and Renee's acting there?
Yeah, that was good.
Like they're standing up, Shane's backing her up.
Renee looked legit creeped out.
She probably wasn't expecting it.
To be fair, I don't think anyone was. The fucking
was-
bully.
it
Shane
was
just like,
exciting,
please
though.
fuck off.
And I
Greatest-
You
think
can have your match.
I think they gave it like a good thing, saying that his mask, a gas mask, it's like his paper bag.
Yeah.
So like, he's stressed out. That's what he.
His calm mask.
I really like the idea that he has multiple masks that give him multiple personalities. That's a really interesting direction they can go if they decide to go with it.
Yeah, I really like the multiple personality gimmick, kind of like my friend down there in NXT, bipolar Dylan Miley.
I love that gimmick.
That was fucking hilarious. Crushes that his tag partner that one show, then comes out. It's like, oh, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That man's large
Dylan
too.
Miley.
Yeah, I really do think Dylan Miley has a bright future, especially if he keeps that gimmick.
He looks a lot like
He does. He
that
definitely
one
does.
picture of Gorilla Monsoon that's always spread around. Where he's like hunched over, like, oh,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
get ya. Oh, I'm gonna get ya. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're referring to. Okay, so we should probably get to this before we never get the chance to.
Oh.
And this is our Backlash predictions.
Oh, yeah.
we're just
Before
gonna
we,
talk
before we,
about
do
round
that,
one.
can I just ask when we're getting to that big ROH thing, like after this? Because I've been itching
Yeah.
for that.
We'll get to that if we
We'll
have
talk
time.
about that
Ooh,
after
I'm
our
itching
prediction.
about that. You guys know how much I love that guy.
You can say it. We're going to talk
Right,
about it
right.
anyways.
Nah,
It's
nah,
not spoiler free.
No. Let's just continue with the Backlash predictions.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take care of the ROH stuff.
Wait, what about
So first,
oh, go ahead,
what's
sir.
that?
What about Takeover?
Okay, so
I'd start with Takeover. It's on Saturday.
yeah, we can cover Takeover. The only reason I didn't available yet because I have 5 matches here. I expect that to be the card, but I don't know if they'll try to slip anything else in.
I think they'll probably do like a
okay.
6-man to get Ono on the card or something. I don't know.
Maybe. All right, so I'll go over what's available. We've got 5 matches. I'm just gonna list off each of them quick, and then we'll go over them one by one. So we've got Eric Young versus Roderick Strong. We've got Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne for the UK title. We've got Authors of Pain versus DIY for the tag team titles in a ladder match. Then we've got a triple threat between Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Nikki Cross for the women's title. And then for the main event, we've got Bobby Roode versus Hideo Itami for the NXT title. So the first thing I want to go over.
That's a solid card. Not
That
gonna
is
lie.
a very solid card. I think it's going to be an amazing show. So first, let's go over Eric Young versus Roderick Strong. So Roderick Strong's feud with Sanity hasn't really been as high profile necessarily as Ty Dillinger's, but as we know, Ty Dillinger's on the main roster now. Didn't really get to see much from Ty this week, but
he's got a pre-show
Roderick
match
Strong-
on Backlash.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Yes, that's true, and we will get to that with our Backlash predictions.
That's true.
But yeah, so Roderick Strong has kind of been wedged in as the Dillinger replacement, so to speak. And after seeing his, I don't remember what they were called, but like his vignettes or whatever, like going over his life and stuff. I am totally ready to get behind Roddy in WWE. Who do you guys think is who do you guys got for this match?
It's got to be Roddy just because of the giant babyface video package deal they've been giving him. I can't see
I'm giving it to Young.
Bris, you're echoing a bit.
I can't see them changing.
Chris lives in the cave. Don't mind him.
Yeah, sure. I can't see them changing their mind on giving Roddy a giant push this quickly. So I think it's got to be Roddy.
I'll go then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you gonna
think-
talk, right?
I think it's gonna be Eric Young with assistance from Sanity.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You gotta give it to Young. There's no way they're gonna make him.
I
If this is
don't
gonna
think
be
they're
a
going
long
to
feud-
have
this-
Roger go over clean or Eric lose clean. It's not the same shit, but
If this is gonna be a long-lasting feud, Roddy cannot win the
What if
first fight.
What if it's not a long-lasting feud?
It
Here's the
has
thi-
to be a
here's the thing-
long-lasting feud.
No, it doesn't.
Who does Sanity feud with afterwards? Who
Someone
does
on the
Roddy
main
feud
roster.
with afterwards?
Roddy can feud with
Yeah.
Bobby. Because there's no way Hideo wins. I'll get to that later, though.
Yeah.
The thing with Sanity is, and Eric Young especially, I feel like they see him a lot like they're going to see Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. Which is a gift and a curse. Because that's a guy who his gimmick is so good, and he's got a faction behind him, so he's good enough
Eric's
to where
talented as hell.
He can
like, watching
always-
his TNA stuff.
he can always be pushed, even if he
can
loses.
adapt. Yeah, he can adapt.
So that's why I think Roddy's going to lose, because even if Eric wins, he's still got the mystique about him. He doesn't lose that by losing. No matter what, he's going to be an interesting character to watch.
And he doesn't need a belt.
He does or doesn't?
Doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Exactly. He, like I said, they're going to see him all like Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
for that reason.
I think that's the only good thing about Sanity, that they're building them up as something big, and they don't need the belts to like prove themselves because they can just do it themselves.
And
I'm just kind of upset that Tommy wasn't part of that stable, but you know he's doing his own thing and it's pretty good right now as well.
I think Tommy End as the anti-establishment babyface will be better than he could have been in that faction.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Like,
it seemed really promising having Tommy be like their mid card guy.
the
And
reaction
then
he
you have
got...
Eric Young as the
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. All right, Briss, who do you got?
I have Eric Young.
Really?
Quote.
I think I'm going to go with Young as well.
Really?
I
Man, I'm
feel
just a
like
piece of
I
shit.
feel like they definitely. Now I love Roddy. I in ROH and especially in PWG, but that's not really got anything to do with this. I feel like they want to do this like super like underdog babyface push with him, and even
Oh,
though
that's true.
he really needs some momentum with this win, but at the same time, I feel like it'll tell a bit of a better story if he loses. Not clean though. I don't think he should lose clean.
No.
I think it
Definitely
should be
assistance from Sanity. Like I'm
yeah,
just going to say, Sanity's getting involved.
Oh yeah, they'll
and
definitely
then
get
have
involved.
him and then have him maybe get revenge either on the show or in some way on like the next takeover or something. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But I feel like they can still build him up really well, but have him lose this match. And I don't really feel comfortable seeing Eric Young lose this. Like you mentioned, like he'll always be like kind of strong forever, but at the same time, I feel like he needs this sort of win more so than Strong, because like Strong is like on fire and they're not gonna mess him up. There's no way they're gonna mess him up. But I just don't see him winning here. I feel like they want to keep Sanity as strong as possible as they can for as long as possible. I meant.
I could see that. I guess. I mean, I'll stick to my guns with saying Roddy will win, but that wouldn't shock me either. If Eric Young won, it would make sense.
Okay. So next we've got the UK title match, Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne, and they're going to be, I think it's like later this week, they're going to be airing a couple of specials for the UK Championship division or whatever.
It'll
they're
be
gonna have some,
Friday.
Have some cool matches and stuff. Yeah, on Friday, and I think Saturday they might have another one there too, right before Takeover or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think they're setting up. Like a number one contender situation on there.
What it's meant to be was that it's like a mini tournament kind of deal with the two winners facing at Takeover. It was Tyler Bate, Mark Andrews on one side, and Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne and fucking what's his name? Wolfgang. Pete Dunne and Wolfgang on the other side. So then they were supposed to build suspense for it, but then they realized they had to promote a show, so they just went, "Oh, the match is Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate, but watch our show anyways." So
yeah. The show will probably be fine.
No, of course the show will be fine because it's still good.
Who do you guys got for this?
Isn't JR commenting that match?
Yes, he is. And the Friday event.
Yeah, he's commentating Friday night too.
That's gonna add so much. Like,
that's true.
Dunne and Bate are so good.
And Nigel will be his color guy.
Mesh so well, and JR commentating.
In terms of who will win, though, I think Dunne has to, right?
Yeah, they have to give it to Dunne. They're pushing him way too hard.
Yeah, it's not a dig against Bate or nothing. It's just like he's gonna have a hard time getting over if he's just this conquering babyface immediately. They had to have him win the tournament because they needed the conquering babyface to win there, because that makes sense. It's a story that you go with. But now it's just you need to move on with it.
Having Bate win was reasonable as well, because they wanted everyone to go home happy, and they wanted someone to sustain their UK division until Dunne was ready enough to pick that title up. And I think this is when Dunne picks the title up for sure. So I'm going Dunne.
Yeah, it's been a matter of when, not if, with Dunne having success in this company, really, because he's just insanely good.
Oh, absolutely.
Dunne's over backstage as well, apparently.
I'm sure.
With the higher-ups.
He's the quintessential fucking Vince. Other than his size, he's like Vince's dream of a British guy.
Also, when is my boy Joseph Connor getting his push?
He has a match on the show Friday, I think.
Does he?
I don't know what the match is. I just remember reading his name.
I think I read it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah. Who do you have?
I've got Dunne winning it. Like, Bates had his time in the spotlight, but this is the perfect opportunity to really put Dunne on a pedestal and say, this is the guy that we believe in, and this is the guy that we're going long term.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be like someone good to represent their division, as they have all these baby faces like Mark Andrews and Trent Seven, Wolfgang waiting in the back, just waiting for their opportunity.
Oh, sorry, let me correct myself real quick. It's Bate, Andrews, Dunn, and Trent Seven in the thing this Friday, not
Yeah.
Wolfgang. The Wolfgang faces Joseph Connors.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Dunn is so good. Like, not to knock Bate, because Bate is really good. Dunn has
Bate is
that
good
fire.
at what he needs to do.
Yeah,
Be badass heel.
but Dunn is a modern William Regal. Like, you can't mess with that. Like, he's just so good at what he's doing.
Yeah, it's insane.
I'm really excited for this.
It's gonna be a
During
great
UK
match.
tournament, I legit thought that Regal was gonna wrestle Dunn for some reason.
That would
Just
be
gonna
cool.
fucking-
I don't think I
It
want to see
looks
Regal's
that way.
flabby body and trunks anymore, but other than that,
I would
Yeah.
want to see a Regal Dunn match.
the thing I think
Dunn,
he's
your
officially
opponent
retired.
is me.
I'd go with it.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next
Okay.
match?
The next match is the NXT Tag Title
Oh,
ladder match between the Authors of Pain and DIY.
I'm
So
starting.
the Authors of Pain. Oh, you want to talk about this?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
So, all right. So DIY have been getting a really good baby face push, not baby fishes. And Authors of Pain have been coming off as the monster heel, and it's a really good match. Like they've had good matches in the past. That last like triple threat was amazing. Like I
That
gave
was
that 5
insane.
stars. Not gonna lie. But coming up, like I think this will definitely be a good match. Just imagine Authors of Pain with ladders.
Oh god.
That sounds scary.
I
I
think
think Authors of Pain will win this, and they're gonna have a long feud with Heavy Machinery.
yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no way DIY is really ready to go up whenever now. They're just kind of not toiling away. They're just kind of filling in some time. I think after this, they'll end up fighting with maybe TDMK for a little bit or something. I don't know, but until they get called up, of course. And yeah, it's got to be AOP, and then they fight Heavy Machinery because everyone wants to fucking see that pile of meat happen.
Oh yeah, where's the beef?
Where's the steaks and
I love
wings?
Yes,
that.
so much charisma. It's amazing.
Yeah, Heavy Machinery is great. I really do enjoy them, and think the feud between them and AOP will be amazing just because of just how much person there is in that
That's
ring.
a lot of person.
You know, I
That's
wouldn't
all.
mind Heavy Machinery picking up over AOP just to put them over as big baby faces.
That's got to be
Yeah.
like 1,300 pounds of people
That's true.
between the
'Cause
four of them.
Otis alone is like his legs are probably the size of me.
He's a big guy.
If he was running at me, I would fucking just accept death.
Don't go to the
thick
left,
man.
don't go to the right because his. Oh man. So I've got Authors of Pain winning. I think it's time for DIY to kind of say goodbye, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think DIY should definitely be called up. I want them to go to SmackDown. They need this.
Yeah.
Yeah, SmackDown need desperate need of babyface tag team.
If New Day doesn't return, I
Absolutely.
really do see them coming up after Backlash.
I
All
don't
right, so I
remember
think it's
Kofi's-
AOP for everyone.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember the time frame on Kofi's injury, so
It's
I'm not.
Weeks, I believe.
Okay, so he should be back relatively soon then.
Also, poor Dash Wilder. That
Oh
was,
my god.
He should be back really soon, shouldn't he, Dash? Like
that
next couple weeks.
update from Scott Dawson was pretty sad. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's the
so-
women's match.
Next, we've got the women's title match, a triple threat: Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Nikki Cross. So this isn't the first time we've seen this sort of thing. You know, having a triple threat or fatal four-way or whatever on the main card. We had Asuka versus Nikki Cross versus those two lesbian lovers, and that match was okay, but I feel like it was last. I think this will be really, really nice if it's booked properly, which I imagine it would be. And these are all three competent wrestlers. So what do you guys got?
I've got Nikki Cross, actually. I'm gonna go out a little bit of a limb. But she pins Ruby Riott.
Yeah, my heart is saying Nikki Cross, but then again, I think that ruins the thing that Sanity is giving her the belt.
I don't think it ruins anything, really. It just kind of... Nikki Cross has kind of
I
been
mean-
built up a little separate from Sanity in a way, which isn't a bad
Yeah,
thing
she has.
necessarily. I mean, I think they can make it work. It makes sense at the moment. They probably wanted Ember to do it and win, but obviously she either missed a turnbuckle or just took a fucking insanely stupid bump, and now she's injured, so they can't really do that. So I think they're going to go to their plan B.
Yeah, they have to put Nikki. This is the only way Asuka has to lose the belt without making her look weak or eating the
Exactly.
pin.
Exactly. And then she can eat the pin in the rubber match or something to solidify that person.
Yeah.
I know. I feel a little different about that. I do think Asuka will win.
Really?
They're putting Nikki Cross has had a phenomenal push as a woman in their division, and I do think that she will get the title eventually. But I think Asuka is going to win. Ember's going to return from injury, and Ember's going to beat her at the next takeover.
Well,
So
how severe is Ember's injury?
I am not 100% positive, but I've heard a lot of stuff that she will be back in time for Brooklyn.
Okay. So yeah,
I think her
but I'm not
timetable was
positive.
something like 4 or 5 months or something like.
Yeah. Brooklyn's
That's
in
quite a bit, but I don't know. A lot of people have been saying she'll be back in time for Brooklyn, so I'm just gonna go with Asuka here.
Okay. What about you, Quote?
I'm gonna have to go with Austin. I feel like this would be a really awkward point for title. Like obviously you can have Nikki or Ruby win it and like have one of them pinning the other to kind of keep Asuka's like unpinned streak going. But I don't feel like I feel like that'd be like the worst way to end the title reign. Like she's been built up for over a year as this absolute monster, and she needs to be taken down in a proper way. Like if you have her lose like as the challenger, like yeah, it can still be impactful, but I feel like it will lose a lot of its meaning and will come off as just so incredibly predictable.
No,
Have her lose.
because here's what they can do. They can have, let's say Nikki wins the title at pinning Ruby Riott. Well, I think we can all agree Ruby Riott will not win this match.
Yeah, Ruby definitely is not winning. I feel like Ruby's there to take the pin.
Basically.
Yeah.
So she wins the belt. Next week on NXT TV, Asuka loses her fucking mind and kills everyone dead. Nikki, dead. Ruby Riott, dead. Candice LeRae shows up, dead. Fucking
Lacey Evans, dead.
Io, how do you say the fucking girl's name?
Io?
Is it Io?
Quote should know. He lives over there in
Yeah, quote your
these areas.
most.
Wait, which person are we talking about?
Io, Shiro.
It's not Shiro.
Io Shirai?
Shiro. There's no
Io.
O in there.
Io makes
Shirai.
sense.
I don't fucking know her
Yeah,
fucking
Io. Yeah, her
Io
name
makes
is
a lot
Io
of sense.
Shirai.
So Io
They're not
Shirai
gonna
shows
have her
up,
lose. Are
giant
you
pop,
kidding me?
dead.
No.
No, she doesn't lose. She just gets killed. There's a difference.
Maybe.
What's the other one? Kyrie,
Billy
dead.
Kay.
Fucking,
Billy Kay,
Kyrie
dead.
Hojo.
what's her name? Fucking Shelly Martinez. Her vag hurts more now. Dead.
I don't care if she's retired. Dead.
See, this is
Mae
the way I
Young,
could-
dead.
Sanity comes in, takes Asuka away, have Ruby Riott take the pin there. Asuka doesn't look weak.
Wait, so they kidnap?
Yeah, they-
They do a kidnap angle with Asuka.
You think Asuka's gonna let herself be kidnapped?
Yeah, the lights go out. She doesn't know what the fuck is going on. You kidnap her, she's gone.
Do you honestly think they're gonna run that? Have big dudes kidnap a woman? Hello?
That would not go over well. Just
This is
This
Triple
is-
H. we're talking
like
about.
in this era, in general in the world, that would not go over well at all.
Probably not.
Not at all.
I mean, to be fair, what's the what's her name? The Decay. Decay did it with Gail Kim.
Okay, but are you really using Impact as?
You have an
extra-
TNA doesn't give a fuck. They're doing anything for attention.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
But I think that's the only way you take Asuka out of the match, and she goes crazy killing somebody. She
you
wasn't
can have her just
I
get
feel like
the heat.
Ember is the definite future of the women's division in general.
No.
I feel that way because she's incredibly talented.
Here's my issue with
think-
Ember.
Can
I
she
feel like
talk? Can she cut a promo? I
It doesn't
haven't heard-
matter. Here's the thing. She doesn't need to cut a promo, and she doesn't need to be a great babyface, but she insists on it. She has this gimmick. It could be something. It could be a great gimmick. She could be this mysterious moon person or whatever the fuck she is. But then she comes out and she does fucking crowd spots and hugs babies and shit. It's not convincing. You have to live your
The
gimmick
point of the
when you're out there.
developmental though is to get her
She's
inner
really good.
character, but I do agree it is kind of weird that they had her hyped up as this big mysterious person, and then she comes out on this after losing to Asuka with this weird backstage promo her in her fucking street gear.
Yeah, she comes out like smiling and shit too. It's just offsetting.
It was very awkward. I'm just gonna say screw it. I've got Oscar winning. So
If we're 50-50 split on that one, I think.
yeah. Okay. So we've got the main event, the NXT title between the champion Bobby Roode and the challenger Hideo Itami. Hideo
I think
Itami,
it's fair
as
that
we
everyone
know,
has Rude here.
Yeah.
yes, as we know, Itami is incredibly injury prone over the course of his career. I think putting the title on him is an extreme risk. I don't even.
I also
know
think
if
that they're
they're
going to have either Black versus Rude or McIntyre versus Rude headline the next takeover.
Has to be
Probably.
McIntyre. Can't be Black.
Why not?
I mean, you're building up McIntyre as a big threat already as it is.
You're doing the same thing with
And-
the Black.
Yeah, but Black just got there. Drew is already established.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna
He's
need.
established
feel
in
like
WWE, but he
I
also
feel like
just got
when Drew touches that belt in general, he will win it.
So, and you need like that big match for Brooklyn. So it's SummerSlam. It's SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Here's the thing,
I
though.
do think it will be Rude versus McIntyre at the next takeover.
I generally agree, but I don't think I would count Black out. He's got this.
No, I'm not counting Black out. It's just you're still building up Black to the
Yeah, I
people who
guess.
don't know who he is in NXT.
It's just like, what does Black do other than go for the title? Like, he's already,
Yeah.
who would he feud with?
Here's my problem though. If Black isn't
He's
Fighting
still feuding
Rude?
with Almas.
no, he's not. Drew is.
no.
Oh,
No, he's not. He's just chilling there, squashing people.
Fucking
Actually, on today's NXT episode, Ono versus Almas. That was, by the way, that was an amazing match.
I haven't watched
Like,
NXT
Ono is
TV
great
in
in
forever.
general, but I don't see
Like,
him doing anything soon.
Ono Almas, so good. It's like short and sweet. I think it's this, not counting commercials. But, oh man, it was a good match.
Well, back to my point with Black real quick though. Like with him, if you're not doing anything with him in developmental, honest to God, if you called him up tomorrow, he would get a reaction.
Yeah, he would.
He's got this
Oh, yeah,
aura about him where he can just be over. When he did the main event taping versus Kurt Hawkins, the dude got an insane reaction.
But the thing is, where do we put Black? He's the weight of a cruiserweight. But do you
I've
want
s-
to put him in the main event?
Here's
Or
what I've
do you
said.
want to put him in
I've said this
cruiserweight?
before, I will say it a million times more. They need to go all in on this division. If you want it to get over, you need to put the good guys in. Or else it's not going to be anything. So I think he should fight
I would
Neville.
like to see Neville versus Black.
Because
Exactly.
they teased Neville and Black.
They already did Neville and Black, and that was great. Like they were holding back too. You could tell they
I
were
mean,
on a time frame.
it was a dark match.
Well, it wasn't. No,
No,
it
it
was
No,
at
it
the
wasn't.
UK
It
show.
was-
It was,
it was
on
on the
WWE Network on the UK tour.
Yeah, but wasn't it like at the end of
No.
the?
They
the-
told
No,
us.
it was before the main event.
Oh,
It was like a
Then-
breather, basically.
yeah, but they teased the Neville and Black feud. Call them up. Well,
It's just like, what do you have Black do from here? Is the main question, because he can't just be lingering for too long or he'll lose steam.
Yeah, that.
Hmm.
I feel like he'll have that problem on either show. Is the thing. I don't know. They too many cooks, not enough kitchens.
I know you have Ono, you have McIntyre, and you have Black all ready for title shots.
Right, and Ono hasn't even been on a takeover yet in a important match.
He was in the.
Well, he hasn't been advertised for a match.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was in the multi-person tag
That
match.
match wasn't that bad though.
It was a fine
was
match,
good, I liked
but he just it wasn't important. It didn't matter.
No, because he wasn't.
Yeah, he was
advertised.
replacement. Yeah, he was replacement.
Yeah, he was Jose's tag.
Yeah, replacement.
Speaking of Jose, where has he been?
I think he got hurt.
Is he injured?
Like for real.
I believe he's injured.
All right.
Nothing too bad, but I just
Backlash
remember reading it.
predictions?
I have to look
Oh, yeah.
into it. Oh yeah, I forgot to say winning like.
Yeah, Hideo losing is like 100% here.
The thing is, I don't think Hideo's gonna lose. I don't think Hideo's gonna lose because he's a threat or not threat, a risk. I just don't think. I don't think they can toil with him anymore.
They're not gonna take the title off of.
They're not
I'm
gonna
gonna take the title off of Rude, and I just don't feel like going Hideo is a safe bet.
Hideo right now makes more sense on the main roster, in my opinion. Just because he's been there for so long, he needs to do something, or else people are just going to completely stop caring.
Can Hideo qualify for 205 Live?
Of course he can. He's like 130
Yeah.
pounds.
Send him to the cruiserweight division because he's not gonna do anything anywhere else.
That's what I see happening.
Let's see, what is he billed at? He's billed at
He's billed at
182 pounds,
which is a lie, which is a
send him to
dirty,
the cruiserweight division,
filthy
like,
lie.
right now.
Might be bullied on this.
I'm like a foot taller than him. There's no fucking way he is 180 pounds. No way.
Yeah.
That's his build weight.
His build weight. He's 100. He's 5'9", 182.
He's fucking tiny.
He might be a bit shorter than that. He might be like 5.
He has no muscle mass either.
Yeah, he needs to bulk up a little bit.
That's probably why he gets hurt so often. Bless his heart. This is a problem. This isn't a WWE problem he's had either. He had this problem in Noah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So Backlash.
So where's my
a weird match of matches.
So for the pre-show match, we've got Ty Dillinger versus.
It's Ty. There's no question there.
It's got to be Ty. It's got to be Ty. I don't even think there's.
I don't think they'll go anywhere but Ty.
Yeah.
They have the push.
Also, what happened to that English push?
I mean, he's getting TV time. It's an improvement from nothing.
Cry a lot on TV.
They're building something up with him.
Just like Mauro Ranallo did.
I don't know. I feel like he should be going for the IC title, not the IC US. Sorry.
Yeah, but he's a heel.
Yeah, I'm used to saying IC because
the problem with the US title right now is that it's
Kevin Owens.
You can't be throwing like random lower card dudes into there right now.
You have to establish them.
That's the problem with both mid-card belts right now. They're not really mid-card belts.
The US title is probably more prestigious now than the WWE title is.
Nah.
Kevin Owens and AJ Styles is going to be...
But they are treating the US title with more importance at the moment.
Y'all still have it twisted with how, like, this isn't just like a you issue or anything. This is just an issue in general. People really sleep on, like, the casual draw of Randy Orton.
No. Randy gets his pops. He gets everything. That's understandable.
Yeah, he does.
They're just building more on the US title. Like, they're putting bigger names on it.
I guess that's what you're saying.
Yeah, so...
Okay. So we're all in agreement there? Ty's going over?
Yeah, it's got to be Ty.
Okay. So for the next match, we've got Luke Harper, Rowan.
Honestly, I don't know here.
I was pretty split on this because they pushed Rowan quite a bit on the SmackDown previous and Talking Smack, but I don't think it's enough of a push to get over on a pay-per-view.
It might not be a clean win, but I think Rowan would win.
I have Luke Harper.
Really? I'm taking Rowan because there's no way they abandon this gimmick this quickly.
You're the only one with Rowan on the dock, Peef.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this. This is kind of a tough one because Like, yeah, they're building up Rowan. They had him beat Harper already. I think they're going to go with some really crappy 50-50 booking win to set up for some like.
Yeah, it's not going to be a clean
I think
win.
Luke is going to win, and he's going to put on his calm mask and sit in the fucking corner.
Maybe. Ooh, for the finish, maybe it's not technically clean. Maybe like Rowan, he's getting his ass
Harper
kicked.
starts destroying Rowan's masks.
No, well, that could work.
Or
He goes to the outside, he
they
puts
could
on
do
like a
this.
wacky destroyer mask and murders him dead. I don't know.
No. Harper can take the little gas mask, and then we see what Rowan goes from there. Because we
that
know
could
the
work.
gas mask is his most important mask that keeps him sane. So what happens if Harper takes that? What happens to Rowan? That's how they continue this feud.
Why are we so interested in an Eric Rowan and Luke Harper match right now?
Because it's the
They
fucking
built the-
masks, dude. Like, these masks are interesting, not gonna lie.
They're building him up.
They've made something.
Because
They've made something that can be really interesting if they do it right.
because before they just feuded. Oh, I'm face. You're heel. You're in the Wyatt family. I'm not
Yeah.
anymore.
Did you know Eric Rowan can solve a Rubik's Cube in 30 seconds?
What the fuck?
Well,
That's
good for him. So I think we're decently split. I think we got what 3-1 here for Harper.
Did you say Rowan quote?
No, I said 3-1 for Harper. I believe.
Yeah, I'm
I think
down.
you're the
but
only one that's got.
Oh,
winning
really?
is very possible.
I don't know. I've got Harper winning.
It's very 50-50 here.
Rowan winning is very possible as well.
I just
Yeah.
think
I'm really
I just feel like it'd
split.
be easier for Rowan to win because there's more options for weirdness. But I wouldn't be surprised if Harper won or nothing.
We haven't even seen Harper since he lost to Rowan.
Yeah, we haven't. That's kind of weird.
I want the match with Luke Harper.
I mean, that was a good promo. Come on now. His voice is weird, but I mean, other than that,
Right. Yeah, his voice is weird, but that is really clean promo.
at one point he has a brilliant fucking clown laugh.
Joker?
Yes, he does.
Like it was shockingly
You want
good.
to see something that makes me laugh?
Something I
Fuck,
made.
that gave me the chills, not gonna lie, when he popped the fucking balloon. Like, that fucking shit was kind of creepy. Alright, let's move on for that.
Okay, so for the next match, we've got Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin.
This is another 50-50.
You really think Sammy's gonna win this match?
I honestly do think Sammy has a chance to win this match.
There's
No,
no.
I've got-
There's no way.
I've got Corbin winning it.
It's got to be the
Easily.
biggest of banter.
Corbin's slated for a big push.
I see Corbin winning Money in the Bank. I can't see anyone else who's gonna do it.
Corbin's slated for a big push, and I don't think that Sammy. Well, I think Sammy will go for the US eventually.
Sammy can lose a lot. Is the thing. Like
Sammy's
they figured
gimmick
this out.
is to lose.
Yeah.
That's his gimmick.
His gimmick is that he loses.
I mean, it really is, and it
That's
works.
essentially his character in a nutshell.
It's gotten him over
He
to this point.
loses. That's the whole point. He's supposed to lose and then get a big upset victory. That's the whole point of being the underdog.
That's why I think this will be the upset victory.
You think they're gonna wait and see
See,
upset victory on
Not big enough
Big
to be
Baron
upset
Corbin?
victory.
Yes, I honestly believe. And then
Big breakfast?
Baron Corbin goes batshit crazy. And
We really like this whole batshit crazy thing, don't we?
he goes and kills people. I mean,
Yeah,
You guys are really hooked on this whole.
Insanity's easy to book, I guess.
Yeah, just send him out there, be a fucking nerd, lose. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
All right,
So it's just
I
Briss
think
going for
it's-
Sammy.
Yeah.
I got Corbin.
I
I've
got
got Corbin.
big banter.
Okay.
Big
okay,
breakfast.
so now for what is probably the most obvious match on the card, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, it's Nakamura.
It is not
There's-
Kamara. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it.
There's
no
really
debate.
nothing to say about it. Like the build hasn't been great, but they can't have him lose. They absolutely can't. Like his momentum, like whatever of it there is, will be dead in the water if he loses this match.
Here's the thing,
So-
though. That's such a. This is the perfect position for such a WWE swerve that it wouldn't even surprise me.
I mean, I don't think the build-up was bad. Nakamura's an attraction.
Bris,
He's like,
It's been a roller coaster, I'll say.
the Michael Jackson promo was possibly the worst thing that has happened on TV this year.
I mean, but again,
I bet you haven't even kissed the boy.
he's an attraction. You're not supposed to showcase Nakamura.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that they could have taken better steps.
I don't think that they're going to have Nakamura lose. Like, he's the whole selling point of the pay-per-view. He's on everything. He's
That's
like,
true.
this is the reason why they're selling the pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, it's Nakamura.
At the same time, it can get Ziggler mad.
Zilgert?
Shut the fuck up. I'm stuttering, okay?
It would be incredible heat on Ziggler if he won.
It would, but what would it do? What is
It would kill
Ziggler gonna
Nakamura.
do?
That's exactly what it would do.
Nah, but it wouldn't do anything for... Like, it'd get him heat, but Ziggler's not going anywhere as a heel.
By the
Ziggler is
way-
only here as like a placeholder just to get Nakamura
Since
situated.
Ziggler's the topic right now, am I the only one who thought he looked like absolute shit the last time he was on TV? Like, he looked like out of shape.
He just looks like he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah. He's done after this year.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think he's done after this year.
Then you go to
He
New
still goes
Japan.
really hard in ring. I think he has a few more years.
Go wrestle
He's not-
Puro Racer.
I've heard he's not very happy with his position, which is pretty funny.
Yeah,
I mean-
I think he's done.
I can't blame him for not being happy because the dude.
I mean, I still think they're gonna do AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler. Like that.
Yeah.
That's a match I want to see.
They did it on
So like
TV,
a
but
big pay-per-view match
Yeah.
where they can just go all out.
yeah, fair enough.
All right. So I think we're all in agreement here on.
Yeah, Nakamura.
Okay. So next we have the 6-woman tag team match of Naomi,
No,
Charlotte
no.
Flair, and
Next.
Becky Lynch
Next.
versus the Welcoming Committee. No, we've got
Next.
Actually, okay.
this
I'm
is the
looking at
match
the
on the
doc.
card. We have to talk.
I'm looking at the doc, and I'm the only one in this group of people here that took the welcoming committee.
Are you serious? Good.
I took the welcoming committee.
I hope I'm
No,
right
I've-
because I want this to end.
I've got him too. I feel like now I can see why it could be possible for the baby faces to win, if only to add, I guess, some sort of fire to Charlotte. But realistically, the welcoming committee is probably just gonna like stomp over them, and then a bunch of singles matches in the future that
Yeah.
no one will probably want to see.
True.
It's not really too much else I can say about this.
I just think that the baby faces win because they don't actually. I don't think they want a long-term feud out of this. Really, I feel like they
don't
just
think they do either, but
they just wanted to waste time. Basically, what they wanted to do was Charlotte win the title in a house show, but they figured that was a little too quick. So they give her a little prolonging feud. And that's what this is. This is just a little waste of time. And it
Well,
builds
that's
some
what I was-
heat. So
that's
yeah.
what I was saying before. Like, not to put the title on Charlotte immediately. Like, stuff with it, and kill some time and then have Charlotte win it.
I guess. But is this what we wanted when we said kill time?
It'll be a cute little clusterfuck.
It won't though, because 3 of them are really bad and 3 of them are good. So it'll be a really weird match.
I picked the welcoming committee just because I think they'll have the heels win, and they're gonna continue with this shit. This shit.
The shit.
You gotta put James Ellsworth over, James Ellsworth and Carmella.
For some reason.
I'm really upset that they didn't go with the direction that Carmella is just using James Ellsworth to help her win.
I mean, they kind of still are. They just kind of killed it for a minute with the whole welcoming committee thing. I don't know what they're really doing with the whole Ellsworth thing. It's interesting, I guess, but
I think it would have been cool if it was revealed that Carmella has just been manipulating James Ellsworth to help her win and advance her career.
I feel like that'll be the blow off eventually, but I don't know when you do that, really, because it's not like Ellsworth's gonna get some big push.
Ellsworth wouldn't get a push, but I mean, he
They're
could.
never
He's
gonna
got a
push
push
him.
before, but
They're not.
AJ Styles 3 times.
They're never actually going to make him look like a wrestler. They
Yeah.
can't.
He doesn't even look like a human. How can you make him look like a wrestler?
Exactly.
I liked all the chin memes.
Never
that
say
were in the
never.
room for like fucking a month.
Oh,
Never say never.
I mean, yeah.
All right. I think
All right. I think we're pretty split on that match overall, from the sounds of it.
50-50.
All right, so the next match, which is probably the most hyped match on the card, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the. What do you got, boys?
KO.
Yep.
KO.
Yeah,
I got Kevin.
They're not gonna take the title off of KO that quick.
no.
No.
And I
Not
also think
again.
that they'll have AJ versus Orton
Yep.
for their SummerSlam feud.
I can see that. Yeah.
I see AJ winning that feud, as a matter of fact, and the biggest of banter cashing in.
Yeah, bigger banter catching, and that's what I have too.
I think AJ needs the WWE title back.
I think he'll win it, and then Baron pulls a Seth Rollins.
Well, more accurately, Randy Orton, ironically.
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam on the big baby face.
Yeah. True.
I'm down with Baron having the title too.
I really am. Like he's been such a turnaround guy from like when I started watching, he was just kind of an NXT guy who was there, and the first match actually
called up too early.
No, I don't think so.
In NXT, but it was like an odd time to call him up.
It was a weird time because they didn't really have anything for him, but he's ended up in a good position because of it.
That awful fucking Ziggler feud.
I mean, it wasn't awful because of anything but the fact that they wanted
it was better than the fucking Rusev Ziggler feud, so
Yes,
I mean, it's going somewhere.
That's not saying much.
It went too long. That's just it. It just went too long.
Ziggler and Rusev are the bottom of the feuds.
Yeah.
Like, if you're worse than that, you should get the fuck out.
Harsh.
That whole love triangle thing.
That was really bad.
That was, yeah. They need to never do that again, even though they probably will. Knowing them.
They're gonna do it with fucking Noamdar. What?
Oh god. They already did.
Similar. All right, so we're all in agreement.
Yep.
Winning that match, he's got to look strong for future. And what he's doing right now is great. So I want him to keep doing it, and he can't do it if they take the title off of him.
Yeah, it's kind of weird him coming out as the face of America without the belt.
The face of America.
Some random Canadian without the U.S. belt? No, I'm the face of America. I don't think so. Okay, so for the tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, we've got the Usos versus Breezango.
Usos.
It's Usos. Yeah.
Usos
I mean, I would love for Breezango to go over, but they're gonna have the Usos do a big thing with New Day. Like that's gonna be the premiere and like the STL tag team feud.
Yeah.
It probably will be, and the Usos are absolutely. Breezango has been having some good segments and stuff. Their matches have been, them winning. I'll say they haven't been great, but they've been winning. But the Usos they are so good right now. Like in ring, they're hitting it. They're really hitting it in the ring. It's just been absolute great quality. Their promos, like we've mentioned, are really weird and crazy, but they've been really over with the crowds, and they're just entertaining as fuck to watch.
Yeah.
The whole Uso feud, I feel like this is the exposure that will get Breeze and Fandango on the bigger things.
Maybe. Usos really need to have a long title reign because at the moment the longest reign with that belt has been what?
I think it was American Alpha.
I guess, and they did nothing with it, so the belt really doesn't have anything to it right now.
Put the people over their shoulders for that grand amplitude.
Actually, fun little fact: there's a tie for the longest feud or longest reign because American Alpha's feud and Heath Slater and Rhino's reigns are both 84 days long.
Really?
Oh, really? Yeah. American Alpha's just felt so long because they did jack shit. At least Rhino and Slater were somewhat over.
Well, to be fair, they stopped being over as soon as they had the belts because that was the end of their story.
It was a great story though up until that moment.
Hey, it's like we said, WWE they know how to book the underdog babyface, but they don't know what to do with them afterwards.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think that was their fault.
At the very start.
Yeah, in all fairness, that storyline was really it really was meant to end with getting the title, because Heath Slater and Rhino they're good but not great. so you can't really like. What are you supposed to do with that? Like the whole point of that story, like, it wasn't necessarily going afterwards. So like,
I like how his finisher was Rhino.
yeah, yep. His finisher was Rhino. Sad. Yeah, I think Usos definitely have it.
Yeah. No
So-
question.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
Stop,
for the
stop.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but the main event of Backlash, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal for the WE Championship. Boys, I think this is a tough one, but who do you got?
It's
Honestly,
Randy.
I have Jinder winning DQ.
Ah, fuck
He
you.
doesn't
They're
get the
not
belt,
stretching
but
this
he
feud
gets
out. There's no way.
No. They're having Rusev at Money in the Bank. There's no way Jinder's continuing after this.
Remember, Rusev and Jinder have history.
They're not
Shut
going
the
to
fuck
stop.
up.
Their feud is not going to be Randy Orton
Stop.
versus
Stop.
Rusev versus Jinder. They're not
We're
going to
having
do it.
Orton versus Rusev, and then we're having AJ versus Orton.
I mean, you never know
But
with
we're gonna
Vince.
have it. Briss, stop.
You never know with Vince. That's all I'm saying. You never know with Vince. If this was NXT, maybe, but
They set everything up perfectly up until SummerSlam. We do not need Jinder as a contender any longer than Backlash.
I have Jinder winning DQ. He doesn't win the belt, but he wins the match. Or he looks really strong in losing.
Oh yeah, he's gonna look great in the match. It's not gonna be a squash.
He's gonna look strong. He's gonna take him to Viper Bilbo.
I think that the match is actually going to be terrible.
Really?
I think that the match is going to be the drizzling shits, and that we are all going to pray for it to be over.
It's gonna be worse than the House of Horrors match. House of Horrors was so
I don't know about
entertaining.
that.
No, come on.
All right, so
House of Horrors was
how
actually
many stars
entertaining,
are you
despite
giving?
it being bad.
It was not entertaining in the slightest. I was praying for the end to come.
I really think this match isn't gonna be as bad as people think it's gonna be. It's gonna be as good as any John Cena versus Randy Orton match ever
I
was.
feel like it's gonna be a super overbooked main event with the Singh brothers.
Yeah, probably.
It's
But
gotta be.
that's not always a bad thing. Overbooked can work.
I don't know. Like I don't see this being that great because Jinder is not that great. Orton can be great, but he doesn't care unless it's like WrestleMania and the match is not like weirdly like presented like with.
To be fair,
Ray.
though, he's probably the reason that Jinder's getting this push. If you think about it, there's no way he's. Excuse me. Supposedly Jinder's kind of like one of Randy's projects, and so I can't see him going into this match ambivalent. He's gonna want to put this guy over. That's why he hasn't like stood tall over any of the segments so far, because he wanted to put this guy over.
That's true.
I believe the question is, what does Jinder Mahal and his little stable do after?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think he'll do some random mid card title.
Well, he can't really fight for the mid card title right now.
KO has the mid card title.
Yeah.
That's,
He's not gonna go
they
for a
don't have a
belt.
face.
Maybe he'll feud with like Sami Zayn or something.
Maybe Ty, so he can finally have a feud or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he could feud with Ty.
Well, because then
probably
I
have
feel like
time
he needs to
for that,
win.
yeah. I don't know. It's a weird place to go for Jinder, at least.
Yeah.
I'll be if
Hey,
he
maybe-
fucking wins that match, even by DQ, even if like if Randy doesn't
I'll-
show
I'll-
up and he
I'll-
wins, I'd still be shocked.
We'll see
Watch
what
Jinder
happens.
Mahal not even show up.
No, if Randy doesn't show up.
Just the same
No,
brothers.
Jinder
Just
Mahal
the same brothers just show up.
And he's gonna bring a little fucking snake, and he's gonna use this little fucking flute, and he's gonna have this snake wrestle for him.
What
The
if
Viper versus a fucking Cobra?
Jinder hides under the ring or something, and the Singh brothers on each other's shoulders impersonate Jinder and wrestle the match?
Oh god, please no.
The Jinder shit posts on Reddit are fucking hilarious.
Oh god.
They really are. Oh god. Yeah, that's
Well,
Backlash.
That's Backlash, weirdly.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a decent card. It
I think
looks
it's-
good up until you see Welcoming Committee and Jinder Mahal versus Orton.
I think it's a really weird card. I don't know. I feel like it has some potential. Good. SmackDown's been on kind of a low note lately, so
Yeah.
Brings them back up to being an equal. But
Match
Well-
of the night's definitely going to be AJ and KO. Like, there's no doubt about it.
oh yeah, that's going to be the big one. I think the tag team match is also good.
I wonder
And
Ziggler's selling the Kinshasa.
he's gonna die. I think Ziggler's just gonna die in the middle.
Let
I think he
me
might just like fall over and just never get up again.
let me completely derail this conversation for a minute because something's been brought to my attention. So the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Kenny King is going to be on the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Here's his bio. Kenny, 35, is a professional wrestler who says he and The Rock are very much alike. He once had
Oh,
sex with
no.
a wife while her husband watched.
Oh no. Is he just winning? Like is he like
He already won. Honestly.
yeah. Really though, like
What a
That's it
bizarre
right there.
fucking life.
oh Kenny.
Alright, well, we've been going on 2 hours. We should probably wrap it up.
ROH.
We're still
Yeah, we
missing the G1 round one.
The
Well, not G1, the Super Juniors.
Oh, fuck.
And then ROH.
It's a fast week.
We have there's been a lot to talk about. And
I guess
we're gonna have another show like in a few days, but
Yeah, we're gonna have it right after Backlash.
we might as well get to it real
because we
quick.
have to
so
talk
that-
about the UK special and
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Okay. I guess anyone can just air anything that they have on mind.
Let's go for Ring of Honor so Balor doesn't lose his mind. So
All right, go talk about it.
Yep, go.
This is Balor's segment.
Balor's your
Oh, it's
moment.
mine. It's mine.
You're
Or
blowing
I
it.
thought Keith was going to
Yeah.
go there.
No, it's your segment now.
It's all you, man.
All right. So, at the most recent ROH pay-per-view, there was a decent match. It was decent at most versus Tanahashi and my boy, my lover, Adam Cole. We're eating all Goddess Lucamine up in this. I mean, what? So after the match,
Go on.
that was an awkward pause. After the match, Cole had lost. Tanahashi left, and Cole was having his little send-off. It seemed he had "Thank You Cole" chants going on, and the Bucks come into the ring, and he made it seem like they're gonna go for their little double super kick thing they do, and then they kind of swerved us. They went in and hugged Cole, did his little curtain call, as Kenny put it later, and then Kenny Omega popped up on the Titantron and said, I forget the exact promo, but he's just like something about, it's just like, how this is his big moment, having his little curtain call, and he wish he could be there. And he started saying stuff about fairy tales, and in all fairy tales, there's a hero, and all fairy tales, there's also a villain. And then camera pans over to Marty Scurll in his little plague doctor mask. It cuts to black, and then you have sorry, I'm stuttering. You have Marty Scurll pop up in the ring. Everyone's like, Marty, what are you doing? Marty Scurll takes an umbrella off his back, opens it in probably the most hype moment of the match. Not the match, the night, sorry. And he opens it and has a big Bullet Club logo on it. And that was
Cute.
That was like the biggest, like that got a pop from me. Like I love Adam Cole and Marty Scurll individually. I think they're great. And then they proceeded to do a double super kick on Adam Cole, firing him from the Bullet Club. And then they proceeded to beat the shit out of Adam Cole.
This whole angle
So,
is
what are your
this whole
thoughts?
good. This whole angle is a lot of the reason why I think that Scroll's gonna win the Best of Super Juniors. I called it last week that
Yeah,
Excuse
I
me.
have Scurll slated to win as well.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Scurll versus Kushida, personally.
well the thing is though Kushida, did you say Kushida? Anyways, Kushida already
said
lost.
I said
Kushida.
Kushida.
Kushida lost fucking night 1 to El Desperado. So that makes me think that they might be going with this whole "I suck now" storyline.
I think he might be like barely qualified for the finals.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it might be Volador now, though.
And then because isn't he? Incog told me something about he's on this redemption storyline because he did. I'm not sure if this is spoilers or not.
Here's a story. The story is that he lost to
fucking waxed.
He lost to Takahashi at was it the
like
Tokyo Dome show?
3 minutes. It was at Sakura Genesis.
Oh, I was going all the way back to Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, you're going that far back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He lost there in a competitive match. He really kind of just toiled for a little bit while Takahashi did other shit. He came back and challenged, and then they had the match, and he lost in a squash. Legitimate 3-minute juniors match. So now the whole story is that I guess that he sucks.
I'm not 100% sure if this is spoilers or not, but I'm just gonna say it. Kishida beat Marty Scurll for the TV championship in ROH.
Yeah, I saw that. Which is an interesting foil in all this.
So there is some story there, so I do think they're going to have those two in the finals of the Best of Super Juniors.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
I think they can either go two directions. Either Marty Scurll comes out looking like a dominant villain that he is, or they have Kushida do his big moment. Like his big victory, like, yeah, I did it, whatever.
Maybe. I don't know what they're gonna...
Quite generic, but I do think Marty is winning. I really want
I
Marty
do
to
too,
win.
I do too. It just makes sense right now. The Bullet Club
Or it is
needs
like-
a good junior push right now.
Yeah.
Marty is one of those guys that comes around like once every few years.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also,
He's
from
so
that
natural at everything he does.
from that ROH show, can we talk about how fucking good Ospreay versus Jay White was?
I haven't seen that match yet.
Jesus Christ.
Surprisingly.
It's so good. And I was not expecting the match to be that good either. Like, considering it was like something like a,
Personally, I think Jay White shit. Like I thought that up until that match.
yeah, I've always thought he was like okay. Like I've never really thought he was shit, but I've like never really thought he was like too special. But that match honestly like changed my opinion of him completely.
Yeah,
I mean,
Like if
Go ahead.
if you're gonna watch anything from that show, I would say like watch that match and then watch the main event or
Okay.
whatever. Like watch this shit with Adam Cole.
Supposedly,
'cause
Tana
that's
got hurt
pretty
on that,
important.
hurt in that match too.
God, did he?
He's out for the rest of the Super Juniors tour and might be back for Dominion. Is what I just read.
Hmm.
Bad
I'm
timing.
waiting to see. I'm not sure how good Ospreay versus Scurll was for the Best of Super Juniors.
I heard it was
I
match of
heard
the night.
Wait,
Night.
It's good.
sorry.
I heard it was match of the night.
Yeah, I did too. Space said he heard
Yeah,
he
I
heard it
just wanted to
sucked, which
see-
really surprised me
I've
because
been
I have
waiting
not
to
heard a
see-
negative word.
Okay.
No,
I've
he
been
was
waiting to see a match from Scurll and Ospreay on a stage like in GPW.
Mm,
I mean, they've
Because
had
they-
big matches in big companies before. They had the ROH. Well, I guess that was a
Just
house show.
not as
circuit.
big as this.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is a big moment.
They're like British Zayn versus Kevin Owens at this point.
KO. Yeah.
To be fair, as
You can
is
have
Pete
that
Dunne
match
versus
anywhere and it'll do well.
as is Pete Dunne versus Mark Andrews.
Holy fuck.
Those
That
matches
match
are
is
so
so good
fucking
as
good.
well.
Jesus Christ, Ospreay's only 24.
Yeah, dude's young, but he's gonna have
Yeah,
no
he's young.
knees.
He's young. He's a young guy, and assuming he keeps his body in decent shape, he's got fantastic. But knowing him, he'll probably break he's 30 and have to.
Yeah, he
retire.
wants to retire when he's 30.
Yeah, that's his goal, but I mean that's kind of a
Kind of a
impossible
weird
goal. Unless he goes to WWE and
Ospreay's,
makes $1 billion.
Randy Orton impression was pretty solid.
Oh yeah, the pounding the ground shit. Yeah, that sounded weird.
Yeah. Are we gonna do any mailbag stuff, or are we just gonna?
I feel like we've ran
I
long
think-
enough
I
to
think
not do
we-
that. I'll point
Yeah,
out
I
we.
think we'll leave the mailbag for the
Backlash.
post Backlash show because I think we'll have a little bit of time there because we'll be talking about Takeover and
I'll point
bit of
out
time
we
somewhere in there to
we happened upon a lot of the topics in the mailbag. I got a lot of questions about Dive and that whole deal. There's some more specific questions we'll have to get to.
did. I mean, we can do like one quick question before we go.
Well, I just closed it, so we're not doing that.
No, just pick one.
Oh,
Just pick one.
I don't feel like pulling that back up right now.
He'll just pull it back up and be like, "How big is Batista?"
That
We
would
already
be
talked about that last week.
How big is Batista's dick?
that would be my look.
How big is Batista? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. It's getting to me now. Okay, so that was it for this week. Hope everybody enjoyed. We'll be back after Backlash for a special show, just because there's gonna be a lot to talk about. If we wait until next week, we're not gonna have time to talk about everything. So that's Quote signing off. It was Peef Rimgar, Bhris Brown, and Baloor, and we will see you guys after Backlash.